See. Okay.
I
Hey,
think I got that.
everybody. My name is Kelly Kane. I'm the executive director of the Autism Caring Center, and I am also the founder of the Autism Connecting Conference for Moms. I'm here with Dr. Morlisa. We just spent some time before this getting to know each other a little bit, and she's going to be one of our presenters at the upcoming conference at the Hyatt Regency in Greenville on November 15th. This one is for the moms. We are inviting all moms to come out and relax, learn, and connect, not only with other moms, but with expert speakers in your area in that workshop style setting that is relaxed and comfortable. And you kind of get a sigh of relief when you're there, knowing that you're not alone and that you have some good hands-on tips and tools to leave with. I'm going to let Dr. Marlisa introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Morelia Sabb-Cordes. I am an educator and I've been in education for over 20 years, and I also am an IEP coach.
Okay. And we were talking a little bit before, but can you explain to us how you got to be an IEP coach?
Yes. So I spoke at a conference a few months back, and the when everything was over, I had people just kind of contacting me and inquiring about things, and I said, "Hmm." And so I decided to venture out on this journey, and I already am an educator, so I have a lot of experience with IEPs. But then I took it a step further and became an IEP coach and went through the certification to do that.
Are you still a teacher now, full time, or?
I am actually an administrator full
Oh,
time.
okay. Okay.
I'm an
Okay.
assistant principal.
Okay. All
Yes,
right. Yeah, so you're doing this. So this is a labor of love for you, then,
yes,
to have a full-time job. And anybody that's done IEPs or ever attending an IEP meeting, you have to put your heart and soul into it and look at it not through an educator lens or a teacher lens. Would you agree with that?
I do. I
Okay.
do. So I
Yeah.
have to
Even
separate, when I am being the coach. It provides a little bit of insight though, because by being the coach, and of course, I'm able to see it from all the sessions. I've been a teacher, so I've sat in the IEP as a teacher. I have been an interventionist. I sat in the IEPs as an interventionist. And now I am an administrator and I sit in the IEP as the LEA because I also am the administrator for the special education portion of department of my school as well, amongst other grade levels. So I am always a good bit of the time in an IEP. So when I'm coaching, it's not as difficult because I'm seeing it so often.
yeah. You correct me if I'm wrong, but in my experience, I kind of believe that this is a lot to do with the communication. And, I feel like a lot of parents go in there like defensive, and I was one of them. Like, you send your child to school and you think, hey, the school knows exactly what they're doing. But the
Yes,
truth is, they've never seen your child before, right? And
right.
teachers go to school to learn how to teach, but not necessarily always, even when they're in that learning support classroom, it may not be they didn't learn how to teach a child with autism or, another diagnosis that would hinder their learning. And so I think that's where the IEP process comes in, and people are like, oh, they should know how to do this, right? So they should know how to adjust this or how to um, you know, model that behavior so that it doesn't happen. And so, having somebody that has seen both sides of the coin, how will your workshop help our parents at the upcoming conference?
So during my workshop, I actually go through because, as we all know, you get to that IEP table and things just go by very quickly.
Okay.
And so some people that are going to attend this workshop, they're going to be pros. They'll look at this and go, "Oh, I know all of it." And then
Yeah.
others are going to be like, I know none of it. Give me all the information. And so I kind of walk through an IEP and I stop at each section of a fake IEP and allow the people in the room to ask questions about each portion. And then I talk about like those famous acronyms that are thrown out and people go, does that mean?
Mhm.
And then other bits and pieces that go into the IEP that people may not really think too much about, like the parent input statement and how
I
much that can drive and help drive the IEP as well.
totally agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of helping parents to, remember you are in the driver's seat of that. You are a huge component of writing that IEP. So when they come to my session, hopefully these are things that, excuse me, they'll be able to.
Oh,
I
bless
had a
you.
tickle, so they'll be
No.
able to learn and walk away with some good knowledge and some question and answer portions.
Yeah. And just like you said, you're the LEA for the school. Can you tell people what that means? Because some people don't know what that means.
So when I am the LEA, I'm like the legal education advisor, so to speak. And so I'm that person that is running the meeting of,
Yeah.
of staying on track, allowing the parents to speak, allowing all the different people to speak, making sure that I am um, the meeting is working properly. If questions are being answered, if they're not being answered correctly, try to answer those questions correctly. If I don't know the answer, I'm that person that's going to say, hold on, I will get you that answer back because I'm not going to answer incorrectly and have that fall back because that is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
my
Understood. Yeah.
so
Yeah. In your workshop, let me just ask you this, and I just want to, you know, and I know that these parents are going to have questions. Are you open
yes.
to that? Okay.
I am very open to the questions and
Okay.
to answer as many as I can. So I'm actually probably going to cut down the presentation then and just do like a brief overview since so many of the moms that are be there have already been through this so that we can get to the meat of answering their questions of what they have.
Yeah, and you're the perfect person to do this at this time. I think, your experience professionally and then working with students, other staff, understanding the constraints that they have in their classroom and what they might be up against. And now you're looking at it through the lens of a child with special needs. And that's all that matters in that meeting, right? It doesn't matter really like what the teacher thinks or sometimes even what the parents think. We have to go with what that child needs and
Mhm.
learning how to take that emotion out of it and like really focus on that IEP is so important. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to your talk. We have so many great professionals coming from in and around the Greenville area. And, you're one of them. And I cannot wait to hear your presentation and for everybody to get into that brain of yours with all the years of education and just really
Yeah.
come out and meet you and learn how to advocate better at those IEP meetings. So we hope that you'll join us with Dr. Merlisa. Thank you for talking to me today. We'll be at the Hyatt Regency in Greenville on November 15th, focusing on the caregiver, those moms that are always looking for that sigh of relief and a little bit of extra pampering too, I think, along with learning about those IEPs. So thank you so much for talking to me today. And I can't wait to see you in person.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I am going to end this. I'm going to stop the recording.